Hi, everyone, and welcome to our short video introducing you to the COLL curriculum and the liberal arts at William and Mary. My name is Shelley Lorenzo. I am the Assistant Dean for Undergraduate Education in Arts and Sciences. Part of my portfolio includes the Office of Undergraduate Academic Affairs, which is responsible for academic advising at William and Mary. And I'm also part of Team Transfer, which is a group of colleagues from around campus that is focused on student success specifically for our transfer students. So during this short video, we're going to really talk about the liberal arts at William and Mary. What is it? How do we define the liberal arts? How do we achieve it? How do we make sure all of our students really have that liberal arts experience? And then ultimately, how do we support students through it, right? We're not expecting students to go through this alone. So how do we assist them and support them throughout their liberal arts curriculum? So the first thing I'm going to do is show a short video that I think does a really good job of talking about the liberal arts and what it is at William and Mary.
The arts liberales are not arts in the sense of painting and ballet and poetry. I wish that we had told all the students and parents what it really is, because if you knew that the arts liberales were the skills of freedom, who would not want to go to school? But that's what you come here for.
A liberal arts education teaches students how to live at the edge of knowledge. That's what we teach, and that's what's needed in today's world.
The liberal arts education really gives you a broad foundation in how do I solve problems, and those are really the skills that you need in any job that you do.
Their education is not bracketed or put into small little boxes.
Today people call it critical thinking and some other fancy terms, but when you're at William and Mary, every class you go into, every time that you are engaging with others, you are supposed to be about the business of learning the skills of freedom.
So I hope that gives you a sense, a taste, a feel for the liberal arts at William and Mary and how we make sense of it and how we talk about it. It really is at the heart of our undergraduate experience. So how do we do that, right? So how do we do the liberal arts thing? Well, it really is our general education curriculum, which we call the college curriculum, or COLL curriculum for short. So the COLL curriculum is really designed to have students explore all sorts of different disciplines, take interdisciplinary approaches to different topics, and also follow students throughout their time at William and Mary. From their first year to their final year at William and Mary, students will be taking COLL courses. They'll be taking liberal arts courses. And again, our faculty really designed this curriculum to stay with students throughout their educational experience. As you can see on this chart, we have first year seminars that get students thinking big, really exploring and pushing themselves, and also focusing on those critical skills of communication and providing feedback and critical thinking. So we try to establish those baseline skills in the first year because then we know that they're going to serve them throughout their time here. We also have courses that are what we call knowledge domain courses, so specifically focused on introducing you to a discipline like psychological sciences. We also have courses that are interdisciplinary, so they may be focused in one discipline and reach out to another. And again, these courses are built to in ways that allow students to continue to explore the liberal arts throughout their time. We have our COLL 300 requirement, which is William and Mary in the World, which encourages students to explore the world, take a global perspective. We have our COLL 350 requirement, which is difference, equity, and justice, which encourages students to think about difference within the United States. And then finally, we have our COLL 400 capstone, which is for most students that opportunity to do a deep dive within their major, within that discipline, but take all that research, take everything that they've learned and explain it to folks that don't have that deep dive, that haven't spent as much time in that particular discipline. So again, all of these requirements for the COLL curriculum, all of these courses follow students throughout their time here. In addition to the COLL curriculum, we also have a foreign language proficiency requirement, a math proficiency, and then a creative and performing arts proficiency. So again, throughout our general education curriculum, we are really stretching students to explore all aspects of the general arts. So how do we support students through this? So for all of our incoming undergraduate students, they are assigned a pre-major faculty advisor who they will meet with at orientation, who will help them make sense of all of this. And then we also have a staff of professional advisors in the Office of Undergraduate Academic Affairs. So I say all of this just to remind parents and families that we have layers of support to help students in their academic plans, pursuing their academic goals during their time at William & Mary. As I mentioned earlier, we have the Office of Undergraduate Academic Affairs, which is staffed with professional advisors to assist students when they're making academic plans, when they're thinking through different decisions. So in addition to that faculty advisor, students also have access to these professional advisors as well. So let's get a little bit into the nuts and bolts. What does academics look like at orientation? So there will be opportunities and sessions to talk about these nuts and bolts, make sure students are aware of their timeline and what they need to do when to register for their fall classes. They will have the opportunity to meet with those pre-major advisors, those faculty advisors on Monday. And then on Tuesday, they will be able to finalize their schedule, receive support from their faculty advisor. Again, they can reach out to them again. They can also reach out to the professional advisors in the Office of Undergraduate Academic Affairs, and have through that add drop window to finalize their fall schedule. If I can give parents and family members a piece of advice, it's that it takes time to build a schedule. We don't guarantee that students are going to get everything that they want, but we do make sure that students get everything that they need in order to make timely progression towards graduation. So just know that there are lots of resources to help them in building that plan, and it may not happen in that first window. There may be more movement after they go to the first day of classes and get to meet faculty and meet other students that they make changes, and that's totally okay and that's totally normal. That's why we have an add drop period to allow for students to make changes and do a little bit of exploration before finalizing their fall schedule. If your students have questions or concerns, please encourage them to reach out to the advisors in the Office of Undergraduate Academic Affairs. They are on standby and they are ready to support our students during this time of transition. And we just thank you so much for sharing your students with us and look forward to working more closely with them in the years to come.